I am sweating, it's warm in Norway today, and I am filming a video just for you. I never thought I would say this again, but hello you guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Oh my god, that felt good. I've missed you so much. We have a new setup, we have a new camera happening, so I hope the video quality is good and the sound too, because your girl made an investment. And to be honest, I was not really thinking on coming back to YouTube. I have been active on my other platforms, but not so much on YouTube until a few weeks ago. I logged onto my YouTube account and I see that my last video about living in Norway and how to get an apartment in Norway has 1.2k views and keeps on growing. And that's insane to me. We have grown over 13 subscribers just from that only video, which is mind-blowing. Also considering I haven't posted in like 5 months. But anyways, insane. And the video keeps on reaching new people. So I thought, girl, you have to come back. You have to help people out. They want to know more things about Norway. Well, you goddamn live in Norway, so it's time to come back. Regarding my last video, I actually got a bit of questions on, Maria, how much money do I need to live in Norway? Maria, how much do I actually need on grocery shopping per month? Can I live out of 12,000 krona per month actually? And today I am bringing you a video just to test that theory. Attention, all the math, all the numbers that you're gonna see in this video is based on my experience and my experience only. And today we're gonna be testing, can you actually live in Norway out of 15,000 krona per month? Well, we're gonna find out. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. I have some notes here so I do not forget everything I have to mention on this video. And today we just got our brand new salary, I wish. We just got our brand new salary of 15,000 krona after tax. Our first expense is going to be, of course, rent. Well, in my experience, and if you haven't seen my previous video, please go check it out. I talk a bit more in depth about how much I pay in rent, how can you find an apartment in Oslo, and all of that on the topic of housing. But my apartment is a studio apartment, around 30 to 35 square meter. Not very clear. Anyways, and I pay 12,500 krona per month. Of course, I split the house with my boyfriend, so the rent is also split in two, which brings me to the total of 6,250 krona per month just on rent. It's important to mention that my apartment is situated around 20 minutes away from the city center. However, it has great transportation options. I have the T-Bahn, which is the metro. I have the option of taking the bus, and that bus can take me also to the train or to the trick. Trick here is the electric, you know? I don't know how you say it in English. I hope it's electric. Anyways, if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is what I'm talking about. So, great transportation options, which is of course great for me. It's also important to mention that the apartment rent also covers internet, electricity, the house heating, and of course the water. So you basically pay 12,500, everything included, split in two. Of course, the closer you get to the city, the more expensive it's gonna be. In my experience, that has been the case. It's very hard to find a good apartment with all the amenities we have here for a good affordable price. And also, the closer you get to the city and the higher the rent is, usually it doesn't include so many things. So imagine usually includes water or internet, and then you have to pay the two most expensive things besides the very high rent that you have to pay. Anyways, which is the house heating and of course the electricity. Bless me, have I said I'm sick? So after rent, if we pick up our gorgeous, fabulous salary of 15,000 krona and we take our part of rent, 6,250, our total is gonna be 8,750 krona just after rent, which in my opinion is not that bad. Now let's talk about the second most important thing that we have here, which is gonna be, of course, our food and essentials. In my experience, you have so many options of supermarkets here. So you have Meny if you want fresh fish and fresh meat. They have it there, super good. However, it's a bit more expensive. You also have Rema 1000, and my personal favorite for shopping on a budget, Kiwi. It doesn't have anything of fresh meat and fresh fish. However, you still have a lot of fresh produce, a lot of fruit. They also have a little bit of a bakery section, and they have a lot of frozen meat, frozen fish. So it's usually our favorite option for shopping when we are on a budget. Usually for 2 people we spend around 1,200 krona per week just on food, which of course in the end of the month is going to be around 4,800 krona per 2 people. If we split it in 2, once again, it's gonna be 2,400 in the end of the month that we spend on grocery. So if we subtract the 8,750 that you have now minus the price of the food, we are gonna get 6,350 krona to live until the end of the month. Now, if we speak about essentials like detergents, shampoo, shower gel, period pads, all of this hygiene stuff, and of course some snackies, our favorite place to go shop is Normal. It's a bit more cheap than what you can find on the supermarket. However, it doesn't have as much variety, but if we consider Normal, this is the price point that we spend per week, 200 krona, and if we pick up the full price that we already have and we take off this 100 krona per person, because once again I repeat, 200 krona is for 2 people, we are gonna have 6,250 after shopping all of the essentials and all of the food. As I mentioned before, you also have other places where you can shop, for instance for essentials and for other products like hygiene products and cleaning products. You also have Europris, which sells a bit bigger containers for a more cheaper price. However, if you are on a budget, maybe you want to consider Normal for a more smaller package, but also for a cheaper price. If you know what I mean. I don't want to be too confusing. But yeah, that's it. And now we're going to jump onto transportation and onto fun activities to do in Norway. Okay, in terms of transportation, what I use normally is a 30-day one-zone ticket. A 30-day one-zone ticket for one adult, which is my case, is going to cost around 778 krona, and it allows you to get in all the transports inside zone 1, meaning you can get the train, the bus, the trik, the T-Bahn, and the boat inside zone 1, which for me is a pretty good deal. So 778 krona. We take the money that we still have and we take the money of our monthly ticket, we still are gonna have 5,472 krona until the end of the month. Now, when we jump into fun activities in Oslo, there is a ton of things you can do. However, they come on a higher price. If you go out around one person on a dinner, it's gonna cost you the minimum. I repeat, the minimum, 400 kroner, depending on where you're eating, depending on what you're eating. If you go out, a beer is gonna cost you around 100 to 130 kroner, so once again, not the cheapest option. And then if you go to the cinema, or if you want to do other activities such as bowling, it's gonna cost you anything between 160 krona to 250, 300 krona, maybe even more. So we can establish right away that Oslo is not the cheapest city to go out. However, there is a lot of cheap options or even free options that you can consider, such as embrace your Norwegian spirit and go for a Norwegian hike in Sognsvann, for instance, and go for a swim in the lake after, or join the beautiful beach in Big Doy. All is covered by your Zone 1 ticket, so you are very welcome. Of course, you can also join other activities that the Oslo city organizes, such as the football matches screen that happens. They build this massive football screen downtown Oslo, and you can bring your friends and enjoy the football games for free. So it's up to you. If we consider that all these fun activities take around 1,000 krona per month, your total is gonna bring down to 4,472 krona until the end of the month. After all of this, we still have 4,472 krona, which would allow you for sure to put aside between 500 and 1,000 krona away on a savings account if you want to save. And as you can see, it is possible to live in Oslo on a 15,000 krona salary. It's possible, however, it's hard and challenging, and you always have to have in mind that you are on a budget. However, you can still find and you can splurge every now and then and still survive on this salary. And that was it. I hope you enjoyed the video. It was so much fun to come back and record for you. I always love recording for YouTube. I always love to record for you. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to leave your big like. If you have any other questions that I didn't approach on this video, please go down and leave a comment down below. Also suggest if you have any other video suggestions for the nearest future, other videos, and subscribe to the channel, come and join this little corner of the internet. That was all for me, and I see you on the next video. Bye!